everyone. It's
Hello, I see we got a couple of watchers. Are you there? Got a couple more people watching now. Can everybody hear me okay? I just want to make sure that the audio is working. I think it is, but you know. Hey Mountain Life, hey Philip. Good. You guys doing all right? Morning, Mike. Well, it's afternoon now. Here anyway, in Tennessee. Good whatever it is. That's good enough, right? Left my drink on the other side of the room. I'll be right back. So if you're wondering what I'm working on here, I've got about an hour to kill. I got a box of bulk in from Ken. Ken, if you end up watching this, hi and thank you. And it's got a couple of different games in it. It's got a lot of Flesh and Blood and a little bit of Pokemon. So I was gonna go ahead and sort it out, and I thought, maybe I could just sort it out and chat with you guys. Just got done staying up all night, 2 nights in a row. Filled my TCG level 1 inventory and listed 48 things on eBay. Wow, 48 last night. Mike, that's a lot. I struggle to do 5 before I start going cross-eyed and fall asleep. Hey, Double A. Yeah, I definitely like listing on TCG Player a whole lot more than listing on eBay. Because, especially after you get past the first levels. Yeah, definitely, Mike. I'm the same way. I'm basically a stay-at-home dad, too. Mom's off today, so the kids are at home with mom today. But yeah, I watch. You guys know I watch my daughter all day. How many cards do you think you should have in your inventory before you apply for direct? I can't really say because I've heard wildly conflicting numbers on that AA cards. I know someone recently who got in with 7,100 cards in inventory, so 2 4-row boxes, right? And when I got in, I had over 100,000. So it really just depends. If you're doing primarily bulk, then it's going to be up there, just because the broadness of your inventory will help increase the likelihood that you'll be capturing a lot of those sales. But as far as a recommended number, TCG Player doesn't act consistently enough to have to be able to recommend a number for you. Well, I'm glad I'm able to help you out, Mike. I'm sure Will feels the same way. You need a Weedle, Jesus? Hey, Leo. I'll tell you, I did apply way before I was ready because I didn't know about the requirements. I just saw it and I was like, yeah, I'll fill out a form, I'll apply. And they're like, well, you need like $600 in sales a week. And I was like, but I have $80 of sales a week. And then, so I just forgot about it and let it go. And then they reached back out to me a few months later. Hey, SMR. Yep. I'm sure I've said that there's just as many ways to operate your business as there are people operating the business, but a lot of us are going to settle on very similar practices. Because, for a lot of people, the best solution to the same problem is going to be the same solution. That's why it's good to talk with everybody, though. So yeah, first step, we're just separating the games out. Making sure there's no random Pokemon cards mixed in with the Flesh and Blood. There we go. Make sure they're all turned the same way. Just make it as easy on myself for the next step as possible. Yeah, that's how I feel when I watch a sorting video someone else does, and there aren't very many of them out there. So I'm hoping to do this more often. I'm hoping to get this to like a once a week thing. I, gotta get past the hurdle of this is a difficult thing to do and make it an easy thing for myself to do. That one got a little crinkled in transit. A little stack of them there, little taco shaped. Is it POA to oversort to a point that it starts getting confusing? Ooh, am I losing connection? Oh, there we go. I may lag a little bit. The internet in here is not the best, especially in the middle of the day. I end up sharing other people in the same building. Possible to oversort to a point. Not confusing, right? I'm not going to sort into extra confusing categories. I'm not sure I understand the question. Hello, Odious. Purchased from me a few times. Cool. I really appreciate it. May I ask what way you purchased from me? Did you buy singles on TCG Player? Did you buy bulk off me, or? Yeah, it's probably lightly played, Jesus, but I don't really deal in below near mint. It's just too nuanced for me to want to argue with people about the nuances, so I end up moving those to other people to let them deal with. So bulk that's still available. I've got lots of Flesh and Blood bulk. I've got I think I may have enough to scrape together one Pokemon bulk after this is done, if I needed to. One box like this. I've got Vice Schwartz, of course, too. I should be having some more Magic for my Friday sale for patrons and leftovers for non-patrons. I should have a good amount of Magic then. Let's see. Favorite TCG to sort? That's a good question. Probably a little bit slight preference to Pokemon. Once you're in a set, like set sorting for me, Magic is easiest. It's best. It's it's interesting, and then I've got such a long history with it that I always find stuff that's interesting to me, right? So, but once I'm in a set, Pokemon is just the easiest to read. Like that card title is right on top. It's really big. It's hard to miss. These are smaller. They've got the 3 different colors, the across the top, the blue, red, and yellow. Those are easy to mix up. Vice Schwartz, the titles are at the bottom of the card, so that's a little different. But Vice Schwartz cards are always interesting. So probably on the whole, altogether, though, Magic is it would be a slight total preference. Pokemon would be really close. I'm really glad you liked him, Odious. And I really appreciate the support. That helps me out a lot. And I'm glad I'm helping you guys out a lot. There we go. That was one of the main goals, Mike. I'm really, it really feels good to hear that, because you know it can be intimidating, especially if you don't know much about it and you're new and you're not really doing a whole lot, and it looks like there's a whole lot you have to do, but it's really not so bad. And there's a lot of things like if your worry is dealing with other people, there's a lot of layers in between you and the paying customer, right? So that helps. It's not like eBay where it's a direct sale through a particular place. So ordered $600 worth of stuff from someone else, and it's currently on its way to a previous address 2,000 miles away. Any tips on what I could do? Oh man, I would say if it's I assume it's tracked. If it's $600, what I would do is take the tracking number to your local post office and talk to the person at the counter there. They may be able to do something to stop the movement of it and have it returned to sender. I'm not 100% sure on that though, so don't make me. Yeah, package intercept. Okay, so it's $160. Beyond that, I don't really know. You could contact whoever's at the address it's being sent to. That's about your only recourse. That's a tough place to be stuck in. I've had that happen to me before. Fortunately, it was for cheap things, but yeah. I called the apartment complex I had used to live at, and they said, well, we'll look for it, and then never got back to me. So that's how I didn't end up getting into buying Warhammer figurine pieces on eBay 15 years ago. I have to get another box. There's Flesh and Blood. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't think they looked for it to keep it. It was a little old lady managing the apartment complex, so. Yeah. I'll just put them in with the Pokemon on the other side. I'll just put them in with the Pokemon on the other side. Yes, I am running everything solo currently. I am also currently in the brainstorming, making sure I understand everything I need to know stage about bringing on either partners or employees. Everything business in this currently all the time to a fault. which is why sometimes the bulk orders don't go out as fast as I want, or the shipping doesn't get done the next day like I want, which is ways that the business would easily improve with a helper of some kind. I just don't want to take on, I don't want to spend to take on a helper that won't actually help a whole lot with those stressors. Like, you know, getting a card sorter isn't really a huge benefit. Well, that whole box emptied out, so we've got our game sort completed. That was pretty quick. So, let me know. Do you guys want me to dig through these Pokemon, or would you rather see me dig through Flesh and Blood? Did I lose you guys? I feel like my video is lagging. I could be wrong. Okay, let me refresh my internet real quick. Oh, am I back? Maybe. There, is that better? Sorry about the lag. Like I said, it may lag a little bit. The internet in this building's not the best. I will pay for better internet eventually. Technical difficulties, guys. Sorry. Here we go. There. Hopefully that's all better. Hey TikTok Kingdom, Pokemon. Totally understand. We've broken our days down into segments of packing, sorting, listing, etc. to make it more manageable. Yeah, I would prefer to do everything all at the same time. You know, a day for a day. I was gone for like 10 minutes. Oh no. I'm really sorry about that, guys. I may have to cut it off sooner than I would want to. Okay. I'm glad the audio is good. That's more important than anything, right? So we have a couple votes for Pokemon and one for Flesh and Blood. Hey, Buck. Yeah. I didn't see yours for a second. I think all the Pokemon is common and uncommon. I don't think there's any anything like that in it, so it's category sorted already. Yeah. So it would just be set sorting at this point. The Flesh and Blood needs category sorting, though. So we got... We'll just start going with it. So right now I'm going to sort out the rares from the commons. I think it's all from newer sets too, so there's not like worries about too much worries about old first edition versus non-first edition. Unlimited, that's what they call non-first edition. Everfest. Congratulations to 15 to 20,000 magic cards. That's going to be fun to dig through. Is it your first magic lot, but you've been a long time magic person, or is it your first magic altogether? Best place to get non-Innistrad bulk. Every lot I buy is Crimson Vow and Midnight Hunt. I don't know. It's bulk, so it's hard to know what's in it before you get it. I can tell you that I I buy lots of bigger collections. People submit stuff to me. It's not all that. And then I do stuff like this and make it available. If other people like you guys, other businesses might want to pick some up to sort and sell themselves as singles. So keep an eye out for me. I might be able to help you out, Jayden. But as far as that, I mean, not me. If you go to buy it, you can always... Oh, we had a Pokemon mixed in. You can always just make sure of what it is before you buy it. Put your eyeballs on it if you're not getting it through the mail or whatever. If you're buying it locally. Or ask the seller for pictures if it's something like that you can do. Yeah, there's a new Disney TCG coming out at the end of the summer, Disney Lorcana, and it looks really neat. I'm going to be really excited to play with my kids. Even if it's like a medium game, it's going to do really well. There's a lot of people speculating about it. A lot of high-end interest in it. Let's see. Okay, so for cards that are in the Direct program, for games in Direct, that's Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! My floor is 5 cents, and I still list everything, I just set it to 5 cents. And my idea on that is that, if there's going to be a bunch of people who will buy Direct, that want to buy from, they buy Direct, and the cheapest Direct seller may end up being me. There's a bunch of people who lost my train of thought for a second. There's always the chance, always the time where the demand on a card is going to bring the cost up to 5 cents, and then mine will sell. It'll be there sitting ready. So I list everything at 5 cents or higher. If it gets below 5 cents, then I stick with it there. And for non-direct games, Vice Force, Flesh and Blood, stuff like that, I do have that floor set to 10 cents. But I treat it the same way. I list everything, put it to 10 cents. And in the non-direct game, you get more people trying to fill out carts and stuff than you do in direct. So it's a little more likely people will fill out a cart to get to $5 or just want to get fewer packages with shipping, so they buy more directly from you. Even though yours is 10 cents, it may be 8 cents over here or 4 cents over there. Never played Magic before this week. Yeah, it's a really fun game. I always enjoy it whenever I get to play it. Found a $9 card in your bulk. That's already paid for 2,000 of it, so that's good. I'm doing pretty good, Salty Fishy. How are you doing? Lots of bought off eBay or widely varied. A lot of sets. Definitely picked through, though very obvious 4-card play sets of each card. Yeah, you can get a lot of that. It's like sometimes it's people setting stuff up to sell to, like, as collection starting things like that on eBay, and I think those bulk lots are way overpriced personally. Usually, which is why I kind of treat mine, the ones that I sell, which I wouldn't normally just sell bulk lots, but they're more like wholesale to sell to other businesses, right? To people trying to do what I'm doing, but having a hard time finding cards. When I get people trying to sell cards to me all day long. I mean, it's a good problem to have, but it doesn't make it not a problem. Alright, there. These are commons. Couple of rares. Unfortunately, I can't stay here too much longer. I got about 20 more minutes I can stay. I gotta run home and pick up my son and get him to the doctor. Stayed home from school today. Yeah, check them out, Jayden. I have been having them on my Ko-fi page, but I'm transitioning most of my Ko-fi stuff over to my own website as I'm setting up shop on my own website. So check that out, tcgbulkkings.com. Have I played Flesh and Blood, and what made you want to invest in Flesh and Blood? I haven't played Flesh and Blood. I haven't played it. I've watched some games of it. It's interesting. I might be interested in doing the PvE thing when that comes out, or if it is already out, then I've missed it a little bit. That might be fun. I'm not really looking to get competitive in a game, and the way I function is that I'm either competitive or I'm not in it. I have a hard time being. It's like I do casual stuff, but I get competitive with my casual stuff, I guess. And then the actual play environment for this seemed really relatively spiky. That's why I'm more interested in the PvE thing. I think it would be fun to sit down and like play a board game around this stuff. Anyway, what made me want to get into Flesh and Blood bulk was that the game got big, and there was enough of a player's market to support commons being sold all the time. So it's big enough to compete with like Vishvors and some of the other not top 3 games. It's big enough to have enough of a player game, and it has lots of official play support. So that drives a lot of sales of the low-end cards, which is what got me excited about the low-end cards. Also because a lot was being opened for people chasing the high-end stuff, so there was a lot of bulk available. It seemed like a good, cheap thing to get into. Let's see. About a 5K bulk box of Pokemon online, 3 cents a card. That's pretty good. Got 4,000 Seed Hot and 1,000 Bacon. That's not so good. Ouch. Yeah, you got to be careful of that. But you can get a lot of that back out by selling it off to one of the big bulk sellers. So, how many cards I usually ship per order? I would say my most common order size is like 4 cards on average. It varies a lot. But I don't get a whole lot over 6 cards. Card optimizer is a thing. Yep, that it is, and that it helps. Got my 27th sale, so you're gonna get to level 4 soon too. Congratulations. 160,000 Magic collection. Awesome, Jamie. Yeah, dude. Good luck with it. Absolutely. I would not recommend doing the whole thing as a set sort at once. Take some lessons from the lean Six Sigma movement in business and break it up into chunks. Do a box, get that fully ready to go, and start selling those cards, and then do the next box, and so on. Sorting piles of cards between 10 and 16 cents, and another pile of 17 cents, with my floor being 25. Okay. That could be a good strategy. How do you ship 50 or more cards? Not in a plain white envelope. No, yeah, that's right, Leo. They go in a bubble mailer for the most part. Team bag and then a bubble mailer. If it feels like it needs something extra sturdy, I could put a piece of cardboard in there. Gets the packing invoice, and that's it. Best place to find bulk at bulk rates. Well, like I said, I sell slightly above bulk rates just because I do this process first and vet it all out for you guys. But, I mean, Facebook Marketplace, people selling collections. That's local things. If you can find a local Facebook group, Facebook Marketplace is the new Craigslist, right? So if you can find a group for your area and just post in there, hey, I'd like to buy bulk, this is my rate. Yeah, definitely set it up, Jamie, though, so you're not just like doing it at random. Why am I getting these backwards? Like doing a box here, a box there. Set up a plan with a goal, a time in mind. Like, do a one box per week or something like that. And if it gets to be too much, you can always pick through it as much as you want and then sell off the rest. So this sorting tray was from M-Tech Cave. They sent this to me to review it. I did a video about it a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago now, where I built it. That was a fun experience. But yeah, go check them out, M-Tech Cave. And if you buy something from them, use my affiliate discount code, get 5% off. So for 50 plus cards, you have to pay like $4 in shipping, right? How do the people to offer free shipping on orders of $5 do it? Well, like if they're buying 50 cards, or if they're buying 50 cards or whatever, it's a $5 order, and it costs $4 to ship it. I'm still making $1, so I'm making 2 cents per card, right? That's at the very worst, it's break even. It doesn't actually end up being any worse off per card than it would be if I'd sent 10 5-card orders, right? Just works out the same for me.